Alright guys, how are you doing? I'm going to do a review on the G.Skill Sniper. It's 8 gig DIM or RAM, whatever you choose to say. Um, so basically I was experiencing a lot of instability and plenty of issues in my new computer build that I just did. It's right here. Going to show, well, let me just go ahead and show you. I know there are a lot of interested individuals. Excuse the background. It's not a good shot. You can see it right there. Let me get so, my very first computer build, and therefore, I didn't expect it to be smooth and perfect and whatnot, but still, I ran into some issues, and I didn't know what it was at first. Like I said, my first computer build, most people were like, "Oh my God, you're building a computer? That's crazy." It's like, "Oh my God, they're like, they themselves would never do it." And I was just like, "Hey, why not?" It's like it's instead of paying $500 for something comparable, which I paid about in total, I paid about like $600 for everything assembled. Of course, the labor was all on me, but hey, I took a shot and I found, a lot of instability issues in my BIOS. I thought it was my motherboard. I thought, something was wrong with it. And I had that sent back, returned to the vendor I purchased it from, and it turned out it wasn't the motherboard. So then when I got back a new motherboard and plugged everything back in, came back with the same issues, and I was like, okay, it's not the motherboard. So I began unplugging, researching, doing, trying to find out what's going on with my system. Of course, I'm running an AMD build, an APU, A10 6800K. I have a 1 terabyte hard drive, and I chose to go with 16 gigs of RAM because not because I'm a gamer or anything like that. I don't mind playing games on the PC at all. I'm not a big gamer at all anymore, but I wanted to just build a decent, reliable system that would sustain me for the next couple of years or so. Needless to say, it was not sustainable for first month or even like 2 3 weeks. For the first week, I it was smooth. Windows installed, without a hiccup. Um, had a few restarts, but then as the days went on, I noticed that the restarts were more frequent, and then I started getting error messages, and I was like, okay, something's going on. But like I said, I sent back the motherboard, got back a new one, and found out it was one of my sticks of RAM. Um, Looked up solutions because I refused to pay someone. That was the whole idea of building a computer myself, was finding out the problems. And yes, like anyone else, I did the research. I had to find out what it was because I'm not the most tech savvy or most informed individual in the world. So I just decided to do the research. Found out you can download this wonderful program called memtest 86, and uh, ran both sticks of RAM separately and individually. So everyone, please don't say that I'm bashing G.Skill. I understand that they have some of the highest rated RAM out there that could have like crazy clock speeds and all that BS. That's not what I'm saying. One of them out of two of the 16 gigs, so they're both 8 gigabytes individually, and one out of two had an issue, and that's one I'm sending back. Hopefully they allow me to send just one back because honestly, I do have my other computer, but that's not really anything to work off of. So um, I'm going to do a check, and well, not gonna do a check. I'm gonna send the shit back. I'm gonna send it back, and hopefully they'll send me back another stick of the same one because Honestly, I think that this RAM, if it was stable, I think it would have given me the performance I was hoping for in the first place. But since it was unstable, or since it is unstable, and since it didn't perform up to the standards that I was hoping for, even though, like I said, the RAM, one 8 gig RAM inside this computer that it's running off of right now is outstanding. Like, I wouldn't be able to record this video off my webcam with the other one without some sort of hiccup, some slowing down of my system. I mean, it was an old HP, and hey, it lasted me for the years that it did, but I wanted something that would extend further beyond just 4 or 5 years. I wanted it to be something that I could keep, and when I earned enough capital or money, just get something even better. Um, yes, I know I own an AMD system. I'm on a budget, and I really don't care. I think AMD is quality, to be honest with you. I've seen a lot of videos about benchmarks, and I even thought it was my CPU to bring that up. I thought it was my, well, APU in this case. Um, but it's a stable system. I mean, everything else is pretty damn stable. I wiped my hard drive, just to rule out all the possibilities. And this stick of RAM, the one that is faulty, had about 200,000 plus errors in the mem test, in the test that I performed, and that was had 2 passes, and that was about 2 hours, and that was on like test 10. So, like I said, nevertheless, if you're interested, or if you have a G.Skill, the same particular RAM, I'll post all the particulars because I don't want to put up my serial number, but just to show you that yes, I do. This is what I'm talking about. Um, it's it if you do have the same exact RAM and you were thinking about buying it, or if you had the same issues, let me know. Or unlike, it doesn't really bother me, but I'm just trying to put out more information because I searched the web and all I saw was buying and purchasing that RAM, and I'd see a couple of reviews here and there, but I'm guessing either people didn't have a problem with it or people just didn't buy that specific type of RAM to begin with. So either which way, I'm just trying to inform those out there and see if there would be anyone else willing to exchange thoughts, and anyone else using the AMD build who's possibly using the same type of RAM. If you're having stable conditions and had no issues, then great for you. Let me know. I would love to exchange thoughts and ideas. Um, but I'll let you guys know on the status of what's going on with this thing. Um, 9 times out of 10, it's probably just gonna. I'm hoping, I'm hoping that they send me back another stick and everything's fine. But yeah, I'll let you guys know. And anyways, take care.